Okay, I'm back. So this is part two. So I'm doing this off the fly right now. Okay, hold on a second. All right, so I just literally pushed publish on the YouTube video right now. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to do in segments and shoot it, edit it as quickly as possible, and push it out and publish it. So this part, the first part, the one before this, which is now live, is just a straight unboxing, right? So you guys will probably pissed at me because I stopped once I showed you what was in the box. But sorry, I just had to do that. I'm just wanna the first one in, and I checked again. It's like there's nobody in there, and I'm like I'm not hurrying to get the views in, but I'm sure you guys are as excited as I am to get this in. So you know, I am in Orange County, California. I received it today. I heard Baldwin Deluxe mention that there were emails coming out, that it was coming out. So I wasn't expecting it today, but I saw it on my mail doorstep. So this box is the one containing Optimus Prime. So in the unboxing, all I did was take him out really quick and mention that felt really, oh, just plasticky. I really shouldn't have done that. I'm glad I didn't break anything because that really popped out. And then the very top of the clamshell that was sitting on Optimus Prime is this one. So because I'm hurrying right now, I'm afraid I might miss something, but because of the unboxing, I kind of know. And I always check, make sure the unboxing is clear. This is going to be a straight shot, guys. So it's going to be barely any kind of editing, just so I can push it up as quickly as possible. So a lot of mistakes will occur. So here is Optimus Prime. So I'm looking at it, and my first instinct is to say that it's a lot of unpainted plastic. This is the second one I opened. The first one I opened was actually Ultra Magnus. We'll get to that. But it is like holding this is like holding the original, which actually, oh, you know what? Where's the ears? Is this the ears for Optimus Prime? Anyway, mentioning that holding this is just like holding the original. When I got this, I had to dig my old one out of the storage box. And honestly, when I say I had to dig, I had to dig. This is buried under a bunch of stuff because of my recent unboxing. But I needed to dig it out because in your guys' position, I wanted to know what the differences are as close as possible. So this is what I'm going to show you guys. I apologize. This is an old copy. This is the original copy. That's why some of it's missing tires and everything. So yeah. So please forgive me for that. Please forgive me. I don't know the transformation because it has been a while. And while I'm talking, just look and see for yourself the differences as much as you can see. As you can see, it is about guessing 5% bigger or 10% bigger than the original. Longer, wider. There are some differences on the details, as you can see. I'm gonna run my finger through here. I think you can see that, right? And then the top, and then of course this one. So when I was mentioning like what happened to his wings, yes, and I'm looking at the new one now, so I see that these are his ear wings. I'm gonna flip him over. This is the original, by the way. I mean, that's the Haslab. This is the original. How do these guys go down? Do they go down the other way? Oh yes, they do. They're in the way right now. All right. Okay, so I do know from the Haslab, they said that the transformation of this one is very close to this one, except for I believe this one is something else. Now, I dread the part where I'm gonna be transforming this, because I heavily rely on YouTubers like TM Reviews or MGO316 Prime versus Prime for my transformation. I watch those videos like a hawk when I'm transforming them, so that if they I don't break anything on mine, honestly. But yeah, so but there's nobody there, so I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. But I just wanted to show you what it's like as soon as possible. That's why I'm gonna do comparisons, stop the video there, and then um, publish it, and then move on to the next one. So otherwise, it's gonna take a long time. It's gonna take a long time for me to figure out how to transform this. I'm going to transform the original first to get a sense of things, and then do it. So as you can see, the Transformer logo is bigger than the original. It's bigger in the original, and it's unpainted. The original is also unpainted plastic, and like, and I don't know if this helps bringing that nostalgic feel. Like, it's just like the original. Honestly, if I didn't have this, you would think this is just the original. But you can see all the differences in here. This is thicker over here. This is gray. This is red. I can see this is off to the side. See this part right here? Well, this one is clean to the edge, straight edged. And definitely wider pelvic region. More straight on this one. All right, so we'll do the top. I haven't had the chance to take off the plastic. Might as well do that now. And of course, the old one has the function of firing projectiles. I can't remember how it does that. So thankfully, MGO does have an old video that transforms this one, so that should help me a lot, because yeah, that's gonna be hard to figure out. I'm looking at that thing and it's just confusing. Okay, so that's the top, and well, stronger ratchets, that's for sure. Here you go. This used to have sound, as you can see. This one does not. Mine doesn't have a battery, but we're not interested in that, right? I think I have all the parts for Optimus Prime. I'm gonna tilt it really quickly just to show you the inside here of the original, and then the inside of the new one. Okay, and functions like almost like exactly the same. And then the front of the cab, yeah, I forgot to shot that. There's the front of the cab for both. Very interesting. This one has the interior flattened, almost flattened to the window, but it does have an interior design of the seats, while this one's just showing the actual transformation parts inside it. Like, honestly, the question is like, could you have made it any closer to the original? I don't know how. All right, so that's Optimus Prime. It's kind of taking longer as already. You know, I'll install these two later on. And here's Ultra Magnus's chrome stuff. I'm assuming that's his ear wings, and then his front, whatever you call that. Here is Ultra Magnus. This is right out of the box, so I don't know what's going on with this one, what I have to do to transform it correctly. So something's missing, probably. That's what the thing is for. And yes, I do have the other one as well. Ah, so comparing from the old one, I'm assuming that's where the chest goes in, but I don't know how to install that yet. Yeah, let's try and see if I can install this. It's such beautiful chrome though. Does this just plug in? Watch this one, look. This is part of the old Ultra Magnus's pelvic region right here. This is actually his pelvis right here, and this is the beginning of his legs. That's missing in this one. Interesting, huh? And how does that work? Like, honestly, see, this is the reason why I looked at those videos first instead of being blind. Notice how if I were to bring this out like this, I'm assuming this plugs in here. The problem is you can't have that straight up because it's longer than the tire. So I'm, okay, I think there's these two tab holes, and I think that corresponds to this one. So I have to plug this in now because there. So I see plugged in right there. And I'm gonna assume this is supposed to be like that all the time, always. And then this goes in like that. And I think that might be a tab. Okay, that corresponds to this one. I'm doing this off camera because I don't know. Okay. Okay, now we got it somewhat complete. Now it's an easier way to compare it. So, again, just like Optimus Prime, my first comment is a lot of bare plastic. In fact, I said in the unboxings, like aside from this part, and this is the most colorful part of Ultra Magnus, everything as you can see is bare plastic. The tire is plastic. It's not rubber like the old one. So that's good because as you can see, some of my old tires have blown out or disappeared, unfortunately. Unlike Optimus Prime, I don't see the Autobot symbol over here. There are no stickers as far as I know included with this. Interesting difference. Definitely harkens. It's if you did not have the old one, you would honestly believe this is the old one. I also want to point out that the back window here on the side is not transparent. In the new one, although the front ones are. And while we're here, let's do the front one really quick. So it looks like the original one has a lot wider of a cab. And then notice this part is different. Okay, this part is different as well. I'm not sure if I'm missing anything in there. As I said earlier, I had to dig this out of storage, so and it was buried, like it was literally buried underneath. It was in the bottom of the pile, so I don't know if I was able to pull everything out. This one different. Of course, this is capable of firing small missiles, and this is not. Different design. The wheels we already talked about. Okay, it doesn't have this anymore. Or do I have this mistransformed? Maybe it's supposed to be this way ever, always, anyway. So I'm gonna, like I said on the Optimus Prime, I'm gonna dread transforming this because I usually rely on better YouTubers than I am. MGO316 or TM Reviews, but I'm just like, they just don't have this yet, so I'm like flying blind, and I don't know if I'm gonna do that. So the least I can do is just show this off to you guys as much as I can. I'm just thinking of like what would I be looking at? What am I interested in? And I was like, I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna shoot it, and then I'm gonna show it to you guys. Look, this is the old one. The head's coming out in this one. There's no head in here. The feet are on this side. This one is over here, and his arm is kind of cupping it. this is part of the legs for, or the arms, I can't remember. Different design here too. This is his arm right here. Instead of going out like that, they had it going in, so that's different. And this is his chest piece, and this is much wider than this one. And when I mentioned that this is his crotch region, I think, yeah, because I think this one connects. His doesn't have that, so I don't know what this piece is because there's nothing to correspond to that one. It's kind of interesting. Okay, so there's the back. And the back has this, so maybe mine is mistransformed. Maybe I should have had this one up. I'm gonna transform it the way they have theirs shown, so we can do a comparison and everything. I'm assuming this goes. Oh yeah, maybe. Yep, that is the right transformation. Because it even has tabs. But one of the difference is, I've always wondered, like, this thing is just resting here. Theirs is not. Theirs has their tab in right here, so that the ramp is not gonna fall off. Which is weird because it has a tab here, but they didn't put in this one. This one actually has it. Huh. Interesting. I don't think mine. Maybe. I don't know. All right. So flat, 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 angled. All right, and I think they showed the back already, or the bottom. So that's it for Ultra Magnus. So after this, after these two boxes, I'm gonna go ahead and stop, and then I'm gonna post it. That's how quickly I'm gonna be doing these things. This one is the sword staff. I mentioned already, if you guys are here for proper transformer knowledge and all that stuff, this is the wrong place to do it. I'm old enough to have forgotten a lot. And I liked the Robots in Disguise cartoon, but I never saw all of them because I liked the... I can't remember, like somehow, some way they were fighting Ultra Magnus and Prime. Which is different from what I remember from Generations 1. So I like the transformation and everything. I don't know if this is supposed to split because I can see a difference between the two right here. So yeah, it seems like it. I don't know. This is in part right here. I don't want to force it. It feels like this is going to split too. I haven't read the instructions. Seems like you can split it in parts. For what reason, I don't know. So, yeah, there you go. Yeah, there you go. I don't know what the purpose of that is. But there it is. It is painted, at least some, and does have the Cybertronian wording over here, silver over here, some bare plastic going on. It wasn't really hard to figure out that it was gonna come apart. I can handle, my brain can handle at least this much. All right, so it looks like this is supposed to sandwich in, but I don't know if it's supposed to be like that or the other way around. Kind of funny though, this looks too blank to be, but it looks like it's supposed to be like, this is the only ones, right? Does it go like that? Oh yeah, it goes like that. So I'm assuming this probably goes like this. There you go. Oops. Oops. Oopsie. There's not a lot of grip on this one. It's not really deep over here. So all the pressure is gonna come from this one. So just gotta make sure you put this together properly. I'm afraid though that you might not be able to separate it once you do. There is a joint here, another joint there, another joint there. Okay, but how big is this weapon? Jeez, who asked that? I don't know. I did, maybe. All right, there. 23 inches. I gotta say, for somebody like who's completely unprepared for this, I certainly had all the stuff ready to go. 23 inches. All right, so that's that. Again, for the unboxing part, that wasn't the first part of the video. This is the last box, and once I open this up and reveal it to you guys or show it to you guys, I'm gonna go stop and I'm gonna go edit really quick and then publish. And I gotta say, I have to stop in 1 hour because I gotta make dinner, and then I won't be back for another 3 hours to just shoot the video. So there you go. Forewarning, forearmed. Take this guy out. So this guy was a surprise to us already, because in the original, that's him, right? I mean, I think so. And he didn't transform. So when I do my comparison, I mean, I kind of hard to compare him to an untransformed part of himself. But look though, so at least you can see the similarities. But this one does have a firing action. This one does not. There. And this one can go down. This one I don't know. I don't even know how Ultra Magnus held onto this, if it was a shoulder cannon or not. I don't remember. So let's look at this guy really quick. Interesting head. If I'm shooting it correctly, I'm not really seeing the screen really well. Translucent middle part. I don't know if that has anything to do with the transformation, and I don't know if that I'll show it later on. This goes is this one of those? Yeah, it is one of those things where you just actually parts forming. Is that what it is? I don't know. I can't transform it right now. I haven't read the instructions. Obviously this is a new transformation thing because the old one didn't transform, but at least I can show you at least the articulation is in on this hinge over here. Then there's nothing on the elbow bicep, but there is a waist, I mean an elbow twist, but it's actually not an elbow twist, more like an elbow connection. Okay, interesting. Nothing here in the wrist. This does twist. This twists. This is probably connection. There's a waist twist. The head can move that much. His head helmet kind of looks like an eagle. Eagle's beak. Looks like this goes down somehow. I want to force it. I have not read the instructions, guys. Don't hate me. And I'm trying not to make this too long because I want to publish it out and get it out there. I don't want to force it too much because, like I said, I haven't read the instructions. So that goes out. The This has a joint here, but I don't think that can go up though, right? Oh, there you go. I don't know what this does, but you know, there it is. Okay. Right, so that's it for that guy. This is part of the stand. Oh. Plastic bubble clamshell. Alright, so that's part of the stand, I believe. So there's nothing to compare that with. Okay, last one. I don't know what this is for. Probably part of the stand. I don't know what this is for. Probably part of the stand. Probably part of the stand. I'm not gonna pull this out because they're basically part of the stand. I think this is part of Ultra Magnus. I'm not sure. Here, holding this in, I can flip it over, and something fell. Of course, something will fall. So I already lost this part. I don't know where it went. We'll find out together. But I wanted to show this guy really quickly. I don't know if that's in focus. I can't see in the camera. It's basically a small Micromaster, I think. The head of who? Whose head is this? It's not the head for this guy. Jeez, whose head is this supposed to be? Movement. Forward swing on the hips. Backward swing on the knees. There's no separation between the two. The supposed arms can go that much. It does have a twist to the side for the head. And that's it for the articulation. Alright, so that's it, right? That's the instructions. How long has this video been going? I gotta watch. It's too long already. I think it's been 30 minutes. Like, wait, wasn't there like 2 instructions? There was 2 instructions to this sucker. Okay, I think this is the transformation instruction for Optimus Prime. So what I'm gonna do on the 4th video is transform it. The next video after this will be the comparison of robot mode of, I'm gonna say Prime, and then if it's short enough, then I'll do Ultra Magnus, and then I'll do the 5th one, Omega Prime, as the last one. How's that? So just to get, that means I won't be able to push out the 3rd video until either later on tonight or tomorrow, because I need to learn the transformation of this sucker, and I'll video that. What is that? F. Something with a green thing that comes out of his chest thingy? Don't tell me that's a matrix. Oh, here it is again. F. Can you see that? And this side must be the, so this side must be the transformation from, no, this also has the unboxing. This is confusing. This is the unboxing, and then the instructions to how to do the stand. Also, that small guy is called Cerebros, and Blue Bolts is the new character. Oh, and then these 2 ramps are for each one. Got it. Okay, I'm beginning to understand the instructions. So this one, the first primary page, it has a picture of Ultra Magnus to the side here, so I'm assuming that means it's a instruction to transform Ultra Magnus. And then that green stuff is here again. It seems to plug into the front of his chest. And then talks about the transformation of blue bolts into weapon mode. And then the breakdown of his parts. So those two white things we saw is for blue bolts. His back ninja thingy. Then the other side of that instruction, shows how Ultra Magnus holds the weapon cannon shoulder thingy, blue bolts. And then this part is talking about how you transform Ultra Magnus into ready for Omega Prime. Alright, that's it. That's it, guys, for this video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.